What did you do when you were 0 3 years old, Daniel?
Okay, when I was a child, I went to the salon to celebrate my grandma's birthday, and we were on the way in the car. I opened the door car, and we had to stop to close it again. And what about you, Lorea?
And walk to and walk to and all and up and down and the lights good and all over the world. And what about you?
When I was 1 year old, I was in the bathroom of my house with my parents. I opened the drawer where the rose paper were and I threw it to the toilet. And what about you, Iker?
When I was 3 years old, I broke my mom's washing machine. And what about you, Ibai? Well, when I was 3 years old, I was on the desert with Oyer, Aymar, and Ekai, and we got lost because we were looking and playing with the toys. What did you do when you were 6 years old, Daniel?
When I was 5 years old, I was at the aquarium in Donostia, and I read my watch and I threw it to the Mantarrayas fish tank. And what about you, Lorea?
And walk and all and the hope and march and down the path and bed and the days of the house. And the
When I was 5 years old, I always ate the cans of food of my cat to see if they were good, and if they were good, to give it half for my cat and half for me. And what do you do, Iker?
When I was 4 years old, I almost fell off the balcony. And what about you, Ibai? When I was 6 years old, I was in love with a kite. I fell down on the scooter while I was going down a very steep slope, and I started to bleed from the elbow. And what did you do when you were 6, 9 years old?
When I was 7 years old, I took my cat and I tried to throw it from the window. When my parents knew about it, they punished me. And Lorea, what about you?
and walk and was sitting or banded car dog and other what about you?
When I was 7 years old in the street with my parents, we bought some eggs cooked, and I threw it to my jacket pocket. And after a week, something in home smelled very bad. We checked all the drawers and nothing. We opened my jacket's pocket and there was the rotten egg. And what do you do, Peter?
When I was 9 years old, I fell low and I had 3 stitches. And what about you, Ibai? When I was 9 years old, I tripped on my cousin's foot and I hit my head. I started to bleed a lot and I went to the hospital.
Fantastic stories.
Oh, yes.
Can we talk about our childhood?
Yes, if you want.
Yes, I have a lot of stories from when I was little.
When I was 4 years old, I was at home, I was running and I broke my bed.
And now me. When I was 2 years old, I went to Cabarceno with my mom, my dad and my sister. I wanted to touch the horse, but my parents didn't want to let me touch it. When they came out, I touched it and it bit me.
Oh, and you didn't hurt yourself?
I don't remember.
And me, when I was 1 year and a half, I fell down from a table and made a cut. I was with my sister and my mom. I went to the hospital to remove the stitches, and 15 days later, I made another cut with a swing. I was with my cousin's park near my house.
When I was 1 year old, I was in Bilbao with my parents. My mom bought a new umbrella. I took it and I threw it into the river.
Arate. And what do you do when you were 3 years old?
When I was 3 years old, we were going to my cousin's backside, and my mom was ironing her hair, and she left them a moment to get something. I took them and my hands got got burned. I went to the hospital with my mom.
When I was 5 years old, I was at home with my grandma. She went to the bathroom and I stand up on the table. When I hear the door, I try to go down, but I fell down and I made a boom.
Can we talk about
When I was 3 years old, my grandmother died. When my father told me, I asked him, but how did she die? Normal death or in coma? My father laughed at the way I told him.
When I was 5 years old, I was at home. I was pulling the shelf and in the end I broke a knee.
And can we talk about when we were older?
Yes. When I was 7 years old, I was at my grandma's house because I went there to sleep. I got angry with my sister and I threw a fork. Luckily, I didn't hit her, but I broke her plate a bit.
When I was 6 years old, I really wanted to poop, and I ran to the bathroom with my trousers down. I didn't have enough time, and I shit in the hall.
And when I was 7 years old, I broke my first bone. I was with my mom at the supermarket. And my mom, she told me to buy some bread. I fell down on my side and I went to the hospital again.
When I was 9 years old, I was at home. I was playing on a car and I flew in the wind.
Take the books, the math teacher is coming.
Oh yes, pay attention.
Let's talk about our childhood. When I was 2 years old, I was at my grandfather's house. I was in my grandpa's arm. And in the kitchen there was a spicy sausage. I took the spicy sausage and I ate it. My mouth was really hot. What about you, John?
When I was 1 year old, I was with my grandfather in his house, and when I was walking, he released me and I fell against the class table and I made a hole in my elbow. What did you do when you were 3 years old, Sarah?
When I was 3 years old, I was at the square in Bilbao with my parents. There was a milk and I went to the fruit stall. I took orange and I went away. And what about you, Dylan?
When I was 3 years old, I was run down a hill and I fell down and I broke my nose. What about you, Emma?
When I was 2 years at home with me, mom, have a wet pacifier and water the old bath.
That's really funny. When I was 4 years old, I was at home with my mom. I hid in a closet. My mom was looking for me, but she couldn't find me. After a long time, I went out of the closet.
That's really funny. When I was 3 years old, I was in Lanzarote with my parents, and while we were going to the hotel, I opened the car's door. What about you, Sarah?
My story is very funny. When I was 4 years old, I went by planet to Nepal for the first time. I went with my mom and my sister. It was hard to get in the planet I ran away.
When I was 5 years old, I was at home sleeping. While I slept, I fell off the bed and broke my nose.
When I was 6 years at house kitchen with me cat, dog brown and the cat chewed the Kylie.
That's horrible. When I was 9 years old, I was at the entrance of my house. I was running and I tripped and hit myself against the door. I went to the hospital and they told me that I had broken my arm. And what about you, John?
When I was 7-8 years old, I was in Palencia taking water with my dad. I was going around the car and my father says, "Was I going to fail?" I say no, but in the end I fell into the water. What about you, Sarah?
When I was 9 years old, I went to a a friend's house. My sister found some very small scissors that looked like scissors. I grabbed my sister and her and cut her hair at least. I was scared and threw it in the bed.
When I was 7 years old, I was in Colombia on vacation. There was a park at a water school with colors. I was in.
When I was 8 years old, was at home with my mom, caught a fish from the fish tank and it there the old the sink.
How naughty we were.
Hello.
Hello. What did you do in your childhood?
When I was 3 years old, I took the cream from the bathroom and I put all over my body when I was dressed. And you?
When I was 3 years old, I was with my parents at home, and they wrote a new TV. They told me not to touch it. When I was painting, I picked up some scissors and I scratched the TV. What about you, Adai?
When I was 1 year old, I was with my family eating at the kitchen. When my family didn't look at me, I ate their food. What about you, Iker?
When I was 3 years old, I threw my sister's starter from the window. And what about you, Shreya, when you were 4, 6 years old?
When I was 4 or 5 years old, I was with my friends and parents. With my parents, we in the car, we went to the bar and they kidnapped figures. And what about you when you was 4 or 6 years?
When I was 5 years old, I went with my parents in the school. I was playing with my brother and I got angry with him. As we kept arguing, I decided to throw him a water that was in a bottle. And what did you do, Adai?
When I was 6 years old, I was at home and I drew the walls of my house. And what did you do, Iker?
When I was 5 years old, I had a piece from my balcony. And what about you, Shreya, when you were 6, 9 years?
When I was 8 years old, I took my father's sunglasses and threw them in the
When I was 7 years old, I was with my family in Carolina. We were watching the ostriches and they told me not to go near them. But I was very stubborn and I wanted to see them closer. That's when it broke on my head. And when you were 6, 9 years
When I
old,
was 8 years old, I was in my brother's bedroom. I usually drew his literature books.
When I was 8 years old, I hid in the bush.
That's amazing. Goodbye.